morning, boys and girls. I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Today we're going to be reading a nonfiction book called From Chick to Robin. I've been seeing this bird outside my home a lot. So when I saw this book, I said, you know what, this is a topic that I want to learn more about. So that's why I chose it. I see Jonathan and I have been seeing lots and lots of robins kind of just flying from tree to tree and just hanging out in the grass, sunbathing. So I thought this would be the perfect book to choose and also to learn more about. Okay, so here we go. Actually, before I start, I do want to mention that in this book, there are like blue pop-up questions, right? And to me, those questions are kind of like inference questions, right? So if they weren't there, those are things that we should be thinking about, right? If those pop-up questions were not on each page, those questions should be questions that we should be asking ourselves. And some of you might say, okay, well, what's an inference question? And inference question is when it asks you to pick up information that is indirectly given rather than being directly stated in the text. So basically what that means is that, even though it's not written in the book, what can you gather from the information that they're telling you or the information in the pictures to help you imply, a question or infer a question prompt. Okay, so that's what inferencing is, right? And we've talked about this in the classroom, but this is also so that your parents can help you out too. And I'm sure, and also to brush up, because I'm sure that some of you might have forgotten what inferencing is. But definitely, those blue pop-up questions kind of like, help us slow down, take a look at the pictures, and allow us to really gather more information than the actual text is telling us. So that's one of the things I love about this book. All right, so here we go. From Chick to Robin. From Chick to Robin. Robins sing in the spring. Robins gather dry grass. Now again, here's the blue pop-up question. In most books, you would not have these type of questions asked of you, but in this one, I really love that it kind of helps the reader think a little bit more about other things that are happening in the picture, right? Because even though it says robins gather dry grass, it's not telling us how they gather it. So those are things that we want to take a look at and use the picture to help us gather more information. So the pop-up question is, how do robins gather their grass? Or gather the grass? Sorry, I'm kind of looking at the camera. They build a nest. The mother lays 3 to 5 eggs. What color are the eggs? Again, this is an inference question. It's not in the text, right? But this is something that you want to if this question wasn't here, you want to be able to answer that question when you are done reading this book, or you should be able to include that information when you are retelling the book. Sometimes you just focus on retelling the words, but you need to retell the words, but also look at the pictures that might be giving you a little bit more information than the actual text. She sits on the eggs. The eggs hatch. So cute. The chicks are hungry. Here's another pop-up question. How many chicks do you see? The father helps feed the chicks. It's a whole family effort. He guards the nest. Another pop-up question is, where is the nest? The young robins learn to fly. Pop-up question here. This is not so much an inference. This is just, kind of observing. But do you see their feathers? Soon they fly away. Robins feed on fruit and berries. This robin found a juicy worm to eat. Pop-up question is the worm in the ground? Okay. So that's our book, From Chick to Robin. So one of the things I like to do now, especially when I'm reading nonfiction books, is I like to write down all the things that I learned. Okay, so that's what I do all the time. And that's what you should be doing also. Even if I don't give that to you as an assignment, you should say to yourself, let me, because it'll help you retell and it'll help you recall some of the information that you read. It's good to always jot down and write down all the things that you learned in an informational text, such as a nonfiction book. I mean, an informational text is a nonfiction book, sorry. So that's what I like to do. And, I'm encouraging you all to do that as well. So after reading From Chick to Robin, I decided to write down all the things that I learned. Okay, so I'm going to share that with you now. See that? Let me see. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So after reading the book, I took my time. I thought about all the things that I wanted to write down. And I wanted to write complete sentences. I didn't just want to write quick phrases. I wanted to kind of write a complete sentence so that it sounded a little bit more fluent. Okay, so this is what I wrote. I learned that robins sing in the spring. They gather dry grass to build a nest. Then the mother lays 3 to 5 eggs. They are my favorite color, blue. The daddy guards the nest while the mommy gets the food. Okay? Now, I didn't write everything that was in the book because some of the things that were in the book I already knew. I already know that the mommy sits on the eggs, right, to keep them nice and warm and protect them. I also knew that robins love to eat fruit and berries. So some of those things I didn't write in my fact list because those are things that I already knew. But I did want to write some really important information so that I remember. So that's what you're going... Sorry. So that's what you're going to be doing today. You're going to be reading a book. You're actually going to choose a book on either your favorite animal or an animal that you want to learn more about. But the topic does have to be some type of animal. And, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because we're going to be doing a project. So once you choose a topic that, an animal topic, once you choose an animal that you want to read about, and you write all the facts that you need to write about that animal or all the facts that you learned about that animal, I want you to keep that in a safe place because it's going to be, there's going to be a buildup from this assignment, okay? So again, you're going to choose an animal that you want to read about on Raz Kids or the other 2 online sources that I sent to your parents 2 days ago. So you could choose, or if you have a book at home to you from your library, you can choose that also. So I just want you to pick an animal that you really either it could be either be your favorite animal or an animal that you want to learn more about. And then I want you to read just like I did. And then I want you to think about all the things that you learned and some of the things that you think are important to share. And I'd like for you to jot all that down, okay? And then please upload it on Seesaw. And then, like I said, I'll have a different assignment for you, which will be an extension to this one. So don't throw away the your fact sheet, okay? All right, enjoy, have fun.